his record 325th win. Mark Higgs stopped at the 30. Gain of 1. William Thomas having a whale of a game at linebacker for the Eagles.
And now the Eagles coming up with the 8-man front. They're going to force Doug Peterson to throw the football. Don Shula, you don't win 324 football games without knowing how to win these close ones. Now he has the ultimate dilemma. He would love to open it up and take some chances, but a very young quarterback in Doug Peterson, I really think he's going to try and let his defense win this one.
Peterson only 1 of 4 since replacing the injured Scott Mitchell. This will be his 5th attempt, and he completes it. McDuffie, key catch. It'll be a Dolphin first down across the Miami 40.
And a nice call here by Don Shula. Very safe, very easy pass for Doug Peterson. Not a lot of risk involved. They're just going to release him underneath, start in at the inside linebacker and back out. It's a good call and a big first down pickup by the Dolphins.
McDuffie, the rookie from Penn State, first down grab. Clock shows 7:30 counting. Higgs gets a block, then is stood up and driven back. He's to the 45, about 4 yards on the play. Ben Smith at the bottom of the stack. Keith Byers blocking in front of Higgs, but the clock continues to tick toward Don Shula's record-setting victory.
You just have to wonder now what Don Shula is thinking about. He has been adamant about the fact that the record has been a non-factor, that he's able to put it out of his mind, that all he's really interested in is winning football games this season and trying to get back to the Super Bowl, but they can pick up a couple more first downs. I guarantee it'll cross his mind.
Pitch to Higgs. Mark Higgs tripped up just across midfield by Seth Joyner. Falls forward close to first down yardage.
And now the Achilles heel of this Philadelphia Eagles defense is beginning to rear its ugly head. This is a football team that has not been able to stop the run, and they sure don't need Mike Flores to go out of the lineup here.
Looks like it might be a cramp the way he's pulling his toe back.
He's had some problems with his ankle, but it does. It looks like a cramp.
Meanwhile, Mark Higgs has carried 16 times for 56 yards as the Dolphins want to pound it down the field, as you said, against the weakness of the Philadelphia defense. 104 yards rushing for the Dolphins today. Well, coming up tonight on NBC, after an all-new eyewitness video, NBC's got a real event coming up for you, the network television premiere of Ron Howard's Backdraft with never-before-seen footage. It stars Kurt Russell, Robert De Niro, Donald Sutherland, Rebecca De Mornay, William Baldwin, Jennifer Jason Leigh, and Scott Glenn. It's the story of heroes who battled blazes and risked their lives. That's Backdraft coming up tonight, all starting at 8, 7 o'clock Central after Eyewitness here on NBC.
So important now for the Eagles to be able to shut down this run. We've said it all day, but this is the team that is dead last in the National Football League. You know, and it's interesting. We had a chance to have a conversation with Don Shula yesterday and his thoughts on free agency. And he said, you know, changing teams in the National Football League is not like just plugging in a shortstop in baseball or a point guard in football. It's so much more of a team concept. And you got the feeling that he was really a little concerned about the game and the impact that it was going to have, the free agency. He said, but, you know, the fans have adjusted and we've all had to adjust in the past. We'll just have to do it again.
But he said it had somewhat destroyed the romance between players and fans.
When Zonka, Kick, and Warfield and those guys went to the other league, and he said that was really something special, those three guys, and it just destroyed that special feeling.
First down, Dolphins. The ball at the 48 of Philadelphia. 6:13 left. Miami leads by 2 points. Not much there for Higgs that time. The Eagles tough against the run on that play.
William Perry and Mike Chilinsky in there making the stops. Perry with some good penetration, got up the field as they were trying to come with that counter tray. And then William Thomas, who's having such a big game at that outside linebacker position, showing the speed again. to get around the corner.
Loss of 2. Higgs dances his way. Stopped at the 46 by Andre Waters. Now just over 5 minutes remaining.
Andre Waters is playing at about 7 or 8 yards deep. It's not exactly an 8-man front, but it is kind of, because of the way that Andre Waters can come up and make that kind of a hit. You'll see him just sort of wander into the line of scrimmage and then explode into Mark Higgs. Huge play in the ball game now.
It's 3rd and 8. The game and Shula's record might hang in the balance here. Peterson to Kirby. Got away from one man. Kirby has a first down to the 34-yard line. Got away from William Frizzell, and the rookie gets a big first down for Don Shula's record-chasing attempt.
Boy, Tom, do I love what Don Shula is doing as far as play calling with this young quarterback, Doug Peterson. All the passes are very safe, very easy to make. Just get the football in the hands of Terry Kirby and let him do this. Get it up the field, split the seam, go for the first down. 4:15 now away from Don Shula in the record.
Myers and Higgs in the backfield. McDuffie motion. Higgs. 3 tough yards. Less than 4 minutes.
The Eagles are going to take a timeout, feeling like that this is it. They've got 2nd down and about 7 to go, and this is the series that will decide it.
Time you come to Philly, you know it'll be a tough afternoon. Brian Cox showing the effects of a day at the vet. His team leading by 2.
And maybe the rally cap on as he has the helmet on backwards.
And Chris, wouldn't it be a delicious touch of irony if Doug Peterson is able to pull out the record win for Don Shula, who over the years has had such great performances from backup quarterbacks?
Earl Morrill, even Tom Matte at one time filled in a quarterback. Now Doug Peterson at the helm as he tries to break the record.
Don Strock, I mean, the list goes on, and it could be Doug Peterson today. Byers inside the 30, stopped by Hager.
There's all the starting quarterbacks that they've had over the years with Don Shula. But perhaps the key list is the ones who have come in and filled in, and we won't forget the job that Earl Morrill did during that streak, that great season that the Miami Dolphins had.
Philadelphia has called a timeout. They have 1 left, and the clock shows 3:48.
And the Philadelphia Eagles are really saying that this is it, that we either make the play here on 3rd down and 5, or that's the ball game, because they are now, don't forget, the Miami Dolphins in field goal range. They're at the 30-yard line. Would be about a 47-yard field goal for Pete Stoyanovich. He's already made one from that distance this afternoon, and that would be a big kick indeed. Would give the Miami Dolphins a 5-point lead.
And what about Don Shula as you look at Stoyanovich? His influence is early. He told you Paul Brown, he grew up under him. He was an obvious influence, and maybe a little surprised about the man who technically he said was his greatest influence.
All right, Blandon Collier.
He was on Collier's staff at Kentucky, a staff that had a number of future pro football head coaches. Peterson to Higgs. A little seam, short of the first down.
Well, Don Shula now thinking that if you're going to beat me, you're going to have to score a touchdown. I think that's the right move, given the offensive problems of the Philadelphia Eagles, as they're going to now burn their final timeout.
So Philadelphia has used all its timeouts. It'll be 4th down with a field goal attempt coming up when we return. Tom Hammond, Chris Collinsworth, Veterans Stadium, Philadelphia. 3:41 left. Don Shula in search of the all-time record win. Pete Stoyanovich of the Dolphins will attempt a 45-yard field goal to put the Dolphins up by 5. Peterson the holder.